Hello, everyone. Welcome to our spring summer preview of 2024. It is a pleasure to have you with us. My name is Alonzo Fuller, and I, along with many of my other colleagues, are excited to share what's coming up in 2024. Just a couple of things before we get started. If you have any questions, please leave them in the Q&A icon, and we will answer as quickly as we can. We've also enabled the chat feature, so please feel free to use, but just keep it kid-friendly. Thank you in advance. Second, if you wish to access our preview again or share it, we will send a link after the presentation concludes. You can also find it on our website, ampkids.com. We will also send you a full title list detailing all of our presented titles. I'm really excited to tell you about this first book because I know my twin sister would have flipped out for this when we were growing up. Introducing The Land of Afronia, a new graphic novel series for early readers. April Showers created the world of Afro Unicorn when she realized that her favorite emoji, the unicorn, was only available in white. This discovery inspired her to develop a more inclusive brand for children of color to celebrate how magical, special, and beautiful they are. Hear more from April herself.
Hi, I'm April Showers. I'm the founder and creator of Afro Unicorn. Afro Unicorn is a fun lifestyle brand that we all get to celebrate the unicorns within ourselves. I am so excited that I will be coming to shelves with The Land of Afronia. This graphic novel is full of wonderful imagery of our unicorns, some Afrosauruses, the story just about friendship and working together and being kind and solving problems in a very, very funny way is why I'm so excited that we're going to bring The Land of Kindness to the shelves very, very soon. Afro Unicorn is all about celebrating that unicorn within, and by far, this book will allow our consumers to live in that land of Afronia. I cannot wait.
Galloping in on July 16th, this full-color graphic novel invites young readers into the world of Afronia, a place known for being bright and colorful. But what happens when a disgraced unicorn wants to take all of the color away? Best unicorn friends Divine and Unique are on their way to the Festival of Crowns when they pass the castle where the dreadful Madame Imperious lives. She has an evil plan to drain all of the color from Afronia, beginning with a young Afrosaurus. It's up to Unique and Divine to save the Afrosaurus and the land of Afronia. This is another great series for young readers just beginning their graphic novel journey. It is a celebration of Black beauty and joy, and with a dyslexia-friendly font, the book is even more accessible. Afro Unicorn is for every kid seeking a colorful, kind, fun adventure.
Buckle up your chrono belt and get ready to explore another dimension of the Cat Ninja story. Time Buddies is a spinoff of the popular series landing June 25th for kids ages 8 to 12. We first met Hoot, the time-traveling owl, in Season 2 of Cat Ninja. Now in Time Buddies, this adorable owl from the future meets Bentley, a studious, rule-following kid from the present. Neither one quite fits into their own time, and when these two accidentally push a sparkly button, they are catapulted into the past. As Hoot and Bentley adventure through time, they spark readers' curiosity about the eras that they visit and famous figures they encounter in ancient Egypt, the Renaissance, and the Wild West. Time Buddies is a history-smashing, humor-packed graphic novel from Epic Originals. Included in the back of the book are several pages of facts and full-color photographs so kids can get the real-life scoop on Hoot and Bentley's adventures through time. Time Buddies has been read more than 5 million times on the Epic platform, so it just makes sense to share Hoot's stories and adventures in a book. And Time Buddies is the first book in this energetic and entertaining series. A message from the future, kids will be flying in to request a copy.
And coming out March 12th is Haru, Book 1, Spring. This is the start of a new series written and illustrated by Joe Latham for middle grade readers. To tell you more, here's Joe himself.
Hello, my name's Joe, and I made this. I'm the writer and illustrator of the series Haru, the first book of which is out very soon, and I can't wait for you to read it. It's a fancy adventure story about a small bluebird who cannot fly yet must go to tremendous lengths to save the places and the people that they love. So it's a fantasy adventure story for children, for middle grade readers, but there are more mature subtexts in there as well. So I hope that readers of all ages will be able to enjoy it and connect to it. Because I do think that the more of yourself you put into a project, the greater connection you can achieve with readers. So I want to explore concepts like love and loss and grief, and existential concepts like what it means to even be alive, and what are friends in the first place. So, I feel like life is pretty tough these days. In recent years, it's like everything's a challenge. So every small step you can take to feel connected, to feel seen, and to feel understood can make a huge difference. And I want people to not feel alone. And if people resonate with some of the emotions that are explored in these books, then I want that to, be a connection between us. And I want that to help guide your understanding of the story, and hopefully give you an emotional hook through the tale, because I want it to also be entertaining as well. So, yeah, thank you.
In Book 1, readers meet Haru and his best friend Yama, a talkative boar. Both dream of leaving their valley because they're bullied at school, frustrated at home, and struggling to figure out who they are. This beautifully illustrated graphic novel series is a coming-of-age tale that spans the changing of seasons beginning in spring. Haru is a special story of heart, growing up, and the sacrifices we make for those we love. Be sure to look for Book 2 coming this fall.
Arriving August 6th for kids ages 8 to 12 is the first book of the hauntingly beautiful and highly illustrated Monsterton series. Otto Normal's Monsterton is a clever hybrid, part prose, part graphic novel, making for a unique approach to visual storytelling. When the characters' feelings get too big, the book breaks from text into comics. Author Danielle McKechnie's inspiration for this unique switch-up comes from her musical theater experience, where characters break into song. And Simon Estrada's gorgeous art deepens and enriches the story, which is absolutely teeming with lore just right for middle grade readers, as well as older readers who appreciate a good fantasy with a rich narrative. In Book 1, Otto Normal's Monsterton, The Disappearance of White Pine Beach, 11-year-old Otto and his mom move to Monsterton. It's a picturesque island and an idyllic place for monsters to be themselves. There's only one problem. Otto and his mom aren't monsters. But that doesn't stop Otto from making friends. There's Hamish and his brother Ben, who have been created and sewn together by their pirate father, Red and Rose, the royal vampires, and Darby, a quiet girl made entirely of slime. In Monsterton, each monster can be themselves. So, as a human, Otto feels that he must prove himself, especially when Remy the ghost girl tells him, "You're so fragile." Otto and the ragtag team of monsters set out to find the legendary White Pine Beach, a beach so mysterious it jumps locations. But what they discover is far more bewildering. This spooky, delightful, full-color novel is perfect for fans of Five Nights at Freddy's, Hello Neighbor, and similar to Brian Selznick's The Invention of Hugo in terms of style, originality, and lore. This new series will absolutely delight.
Continuing with middle grade readers and landing April 16th for kids ages 7 to 11 is the second book in Dustin Brady's World's Worst Time Machine. The second in the series, White City, finds Elsa and Liam traveling back in time to the 1893 World's Fair in Chicago. They're searching for a hidden treasure that may hold the key to finding Elsa's grandfather, who disappeared mysteriously. Unfortunately, the two discover they're not the only ones searching for the treasure, not even close. If they're going to survive long enough to untangle the secrets at the fair, they'll need to upgrade their technology, make a few new friends, and rely on each other like never before. Author Dustin Brady has the superpower of helping children love to read, even the ones that find reading to be a challenge. He's also the author of Trapped in a Video Game, a series that has sold over 1 million copies and converted reluctant readers into page-turners. His secret sauce is fast action, sticky situations, and short chapters loaded with laughs.
It is a wonderful time to start learning role-playing games. Scales and Tales, a beginner's guide to fantasy role-playing games, arrives April 23rd. It is a wonderful way to introduce RPGs to young players. To tell you a little bit more, here's creator Kevin Sherry.
Hi, I'm Kevin Sherry, and I am just so pumped and so delighted to show you my new book, Scales and Tales. And now, listen, I was one of those kids who was not allowed to play Dungeons and Dragons when they were a kid, alright? And even if I was allowed to play, some of those books are worse than trigonometry books, okay? Very confusing. But when I did play role-playing games, I loved everything about them. Collaborative storytelling, group puzzles, creative prompts, okay? The cooperation, the camaraderie. So that is why I wrote Scales and Tales, okay? This one is cute. This one is accessible. This has all the collaboration, all the creative prompts, but this one is easy to understand. And not only that, but it has a whole 14-night epic quest that the kids can go on. And I mean, kids are going to love this. Kids who are creative, kids who draw, reluctant readers, because this is a game. Kids who play video games, because there's a whole armory and a part where you make your own character. I really think kids are going to love this book. And this is the book I would have loved when I was a kid. So I hope you like Scales and Tales. Thank you very much.
Kevin's right. The rules are simple, and the action is a ton of fun. It's everything a new player needs to start a tabletop role-playing game. Story starters, silly creatures, inspiring heroes, epic quests, and games, puzzles, and activities. Scales and Tales is adorably illustrated and offers hours of engagement for kids and their families.
Hopscotch Girls presents Mia Madison, CEO, publishing April 30th from author Catherine Holmes. This is just the first in a series of books focused on fun kid businesses with lovable Mia Madison. Hopscotch Girls is already a successful brand, having sold 1.3 million copies of their activity book, I Am Strong, Brave, and Beautiful. The brand is designed to build confidence in young girls and to address the underrepresentation of women in positions of power. In Mia Madison's CEO, readers meet Mia, who is her school's premier kidtrepreneur. She started a successful pet-sitting business called Have a Nice Vacation, and a seasonal lemonade stand she named Pack Some Punch. When Mia realizes that she can help her classmates through her own experiences, she comes up with a great idea for her third business, Kid Biz Tips with Mia Madison. The book has a fun, illustrative format with 40 spot illustrations and doodles throughout. Hopscotch Girls is the go-to brand for tweens and families keen on raising strong girls, and Mia Madison is just the girl to follow. Look for Book 2 coming out this fall.
Next up is Super Sports Society, sliding in on May 7th for kids ages 7 to 10. Author Brian Chick and the illustrator Brent Radlicki are here with the highlights.
Hi, I'm Brian Chick, and I'm the author of Super Sports Society. When I was writing this book, I looked back to my own childhood for inspiration because honestly, not that much has changed about kids in the past 40 years. For me, baseball was standing in the field, sweating. I remember the friendship, the camaraderie, and the whole team piling into the back of my coach's pickup to get some ice cream. But the thing I remember most is the old porta potty near the field. We were kind of terrified of this thing, and to be honest, we never used it. Instead, we snuck into the woods behind it. Our coaches, they didn't mind because they were doing the same thing. In Super Sports Society, that porta potty has a name. It's called the Turd Tank. It sort of became a character and appears in about 10 different drawings. It also makes a critical appearance at the end when one of the characters, Tommy Thompson, he has to use this bathroom in the worst possible way. For me, the best thing about this story was the chance to spend some time with the best friends I ever had. I think all my old friends, they make an appearance in this story in some way.
Hello, everyone. My name is Brett Radlicki, and I'm the illustrator for the Super Sports Society. I am so excited about this book. There's sports, there's competition, there's a cast of very interesting characters, and there's fart jokes. It's true. All of that is great. Not the reason that I'm most excited about this book. The reason that has me most excited is that deep down, this is a story about friendship. This is a story about being a good friend and what that means, and being a good teammate and what that can do for not only the team, but for yourself. And yes, there is an occasionally anthropomorphized outhouse that somehow propels the same message. It's true.
Two best friends, one spot on the baseball team. What could possibly go wrong? Told in dual point of view, it's a book about friendship, teamwork, and the occasional joke. This is the first illustrated chapter book in the Laugh Out Loud series Super Sports Society. 11-year-old Tommy has dreamed of being on the Bulldogs sports team forever. The Bulldogs eat, breathe, and fart sports. They're part of the elusive Super Sports Society in his hometown, and Tommy knows that if he makes the team, he'll be set up for life. Meanwhile, his buddy Pell would rather be at home gaming in the air conditioning, but his mom decided that he has to be a role model to his little siblings. Ugh! And now he's trying out for the Bulldogs too. The Super Sports Society series is perfect for fans of The Last Kids on Earth, Big Nate, and The Secret Zoo, which also happens to be written by Brian Chick and sold over 1 million copies. He's an author who's well-known and adored in schools, libraries, and bookstores. This series is going to be a home run.
Venture back to Grimwood on June 11th in the third installment of Nadia Shireen's best-selling and brilliantly funny illustrated series for kids ages 8 to 10. In Book 3, Grimwood, Attack of the Stink Monster, a Bigfoot is on the loose. Ted, Nancy, Willow, and the rest of the Grimwood gang must embark on their greatest adventure yet to save their home from a nasty, thieving stink monster. The BCCB describes the series as a visual smorgasbord. Each page lavishly presents frenetic black and white character illustrations, multimedia paper crafting, meta-narrative jokes, and infographics explained by a woodlouse, otherwise known as a roly-poly. Grimwood is a laugh-out-loud riot for the whole family, and as Kirkus writes, as much fun to read as Twinkle Nuts is to say.
The Ghost of Nameless Island floats in on July 23rd and is the first book in a new trilogy from best-selling author Carly Ann West, and she's here to tell you more.
Hi, my name is Carly Ann West, and I am so excited to share with you that I have a brand new series coming out this July called The Ghosts of Nameless Island. And you can probably tell from the title that, yes, this is for all you spooky horror fans out there, but it's also for fans of mysteries and those of you who like humorous novels, because I like to throw a little of all of that in there. You'll be following Gus and his two new friends, Tavi and Miles, as they work their way through mysteries about how the ghosts that are haunting Gus died. And once they figure that out, they can help them to move on to the next stage. And each book is going to be one mystery that they have to solve. So I'm very excited about this new series, and I think you're going to like it a lot. And they come complete with these really awesome illustrations by the very, very talented Teo Scaffa. So I can't wait for you to see them, and I hope you're as excited as I am.
As Carly Ann mentioned, 12-year-old Gus Greenberg can talk to ghosts. It's an unusual superpower and one he didn't ask for. So when Gus and his mom move to a secluded island called Nameless, he's happy to have a new start. But a mysterious ghost has different plans for Gus. It's a lot for a kid to handle, especially with the addition of a mean kid who hides rats in his new home, a bonkers chef who's competing to be on a reality TV show, and the fact that this new ghost is out to get him. Carly Ann West weaves a thrilling series opener in this spine-tingling tale about mystery, family, and all things paranormal. The Ghost of Nameless Island is funny and just spooky enough for fans of Ghost Squad and Carly's own Hello Neighbor series. Dun-dun-dun-dun. Newsflash! We interrupt your program with an important reminder. Free Comic Book Day is May 4th. It's the biggest event in the comic book industry, a single day when over 2,300 comic book specialty shops across North America and around the world give away comic books for free to anyone who comes into their shops. And for the first time, Andrews McMeel will have 2 specially created comics made just for free Comic Book Day. Look for Snoopy, Beagle Scout Adventures, and Phoebe and Her Unicorn. This is great news because kids who pick them up will want to read the rest of the books. We now return you to your regularly scheduled program.
And we're back with more news about Snoopy. It's Snoopy, Beagle Scout Adventures, popping up April 30th for kids ages 7 through 12, and just in time to celebrate the 50th anniversary of Beagle Scouts and Camp Snoopy. The outdoor adventures abound in this collection of peanut strips featuring Snoopy, Woodstock, Charlie Brown, and the rest of the gang. Join the Beagle Scouts as they experience close encounters with wildlife, grueling journeys along rocky coasts, and refreshing mugs of root beer at small town rest stops. Snoopy Beagle Scout Adventures comes with a More to Explore section featuring camping safety tips, fresh air scavenger hunts, and other activities to enhance your next real-life camping adventure. It is the perfect companion for summer camping fun and is an adventurous reading experience for new and longtime fans of Charles Schultz's heartwarming world of peanuts.
Coming from New York Times bestselling author Dana Simpson is another enchanting collection of Phoebe and Her Unicorn comics. Unicorn Crush rides in on May 7th for kids ages 7 to 12. Readers will jump in with 9-year-old Phoebe Howell and her magical unicorn friend Marigold Heavenly Nostrils as they explore the complexities of popularity, friendship, and crushes. Phoebe finds herself in the awkward position of taking on her friend Max in a debate contest, while also helping her best frenemy, Dakota, regain her confidence. Meanwhile, Marigold goes to therapy and reconnects with a friend named Sparkleface McGee, who she hasn't seen in 700 years. Phoebe and Marigold get it all down on paper, drawing a series of comics about their lives, and they discover that the social lives of a 9-year-old human and a centuries-old unicorn have a lot in common. School Library Journal noted the series' central duo continue to share laughter, heartwarming friendship, and plenty of new ideas for readers to think about. Giddy up!
On June 4th, kids ages 6 to 9 can get their hands on Peculiar Woods 2, The Mystery of the Intelligence. Booklist describes the series as an offbeat story that utilizes the fantasy genre admirably, teaching young readers about the importance of friendship and showing how fear can often be the fuel for true courage and bravery. In the second book, Iggy and friends are back and not a moment too soon. Iggy's friend, the curmudgeonly chair Boris, has been kidnapped and taken to the mysterious underground prison beneath the school. With help from his courageous neighbor Angie, Iggy sets out to rescue Boris, but quickly gets caught up in a tangle of questions. Who are the mysterious intelligence they keep hearing about? What, or who, caused the nearby town to flood? And could the same thing happen to Peculiar Woods? This charming adventure stars 2 headstrong, determined children and a gang of amusing talking objects revealed in the signature art and humor of Andres Colmenares. Peculiar Woods is imaginative world-building and adventure, mixed with unique characters and quirky humor, making it a hit with kids who will be scrambling for the second in the series. On July 23rd, the Bright family will blast into a new school year in the 3rd book of this wildly popular series for kids ages 8 to 12. In Bright Family 3, Too Cool for School, the Brights are tackling a brand new school year just like any other family, by hopping into their minivan, taking a portal to a custom terraformed planetoid, and meeting students from all over the galaxy. But Nia and Jaden are about to learn there's more to a universal education than befriending a glob and mastering mechball. Too Cool for School focuses on family and friendships in a fun and fantastic way, and the book also includes a never-before-seen bonus tale featuring the Brights' lovable robot nanny Dusty and his double from a very different dimension. The Brights are a cozy family in a massive universe, but because they always have each other's back, nothing is impossible. Kirkus Reviews hailed the series as out-of-this-world fun.
Arriving July 30th is the third volume in the popular YA graphic novel series, The Witch's Throne. The delightfully quirky series is known for its lively characters, creative attacks, and heart-on-sleeve moments that readers return for. In Book 3, the action continues with the sacred tournaments underway. Spectators remain at the edge of their seats as Reksha, Grom, and Agni are finally called up to go toe-to-toe with their opponents. The path to greatness isn't easy, but is ending your enemies the only way to become a hero? Get ready for stunning contests between warriors, rogues, and mages. Based on the hit Tapas webcomic, the Witch's Throne series blends fantasy adventure, shonen manga, and the great imagination of Dungeons and Dragons. So put down that controller and 20-sided die and get lost in this tale inspired by it all.
Coming out on August 6th for kids ages 10 to 12 is The Makers Club, a gorgeous graphic novel from an Eisner-nominated author. The story follows a group of kids who blend art and science to create incredible projects in video gaming, fashion, and a whole lot more. It's like Raina Telgemeier's book Drama, but set in Southeast Asia. Makers Club is a great resource for librarians, teachers, and families looking to engage children in STEAM topics and demonstrate real-world applications that are fun and accessible. The graphic novel also includes a glossary, interviews, and the process of making a video game from brainstorming to coding. Readers will love Makers Club because it's all about friendship, crafting, coding, and coming up with creative solutions.
And we have more graphic novels for early readers to get the youngest kids in on the graphic novel fun, always using dyslexia-friendly font. First up, and publishing June 4th, kids ages 6 to 9 will love laughing along with Mallow in this adorable book that's just right for readers beginning their graphic novel journey. Creator Adam Foreman is here to tell you more.
Hey, I'm author-illustrator Adam Foreman, and I've got a new comic book called Slice of Mallow. It's a kid's comic about a little marshmallow and all of his food friends. It's a comedy, it's filled with humor, and it's all about his daily life, but it's not like your usual daily life. For example, he'll go to space, or all of his pets will go missing, but who took them? I don't know. And it's inspired by all the comics that I used to read when I was younger, such as the Beano and Asterix, and even inspired by all the cartoons that I used to watch when I was younger, like all the early 2000s Cartoon Network and Nickelodeon. And it's a really fun book for kids, and it was actually created when I used to work with children as well, so they had a big input in how they looked, and it was just a whole fun process. It's been an amazing book to make, and I've enjoyed every minute, and I hope kids will enjoy it too. It's the kind of book I would have loved to have read when I was younger. I'm super proud of it. I really am. So if you pick it up, or when you pick it up, I hope you enjoy it. Thanks.
Adam's main character is Mallow, an excitable yet pessimistic marshmallow in a big world. In this hilarious graphic novel, Mallow and his friends Pizza, Ghost, Potato, and Donut zoom to outer space and travel in a time machine. As food friends do, right? The 3 bite-sized chapters are illustrated in an adorable art style and plump with cheeky humor. Slice of Mallow is based on the popular webcomic and appeals to fans of SpongeBob SquarePants, Adventure Time, and Pizza and Taco. Mallow's laugh-out-loud hijinks will have kids cracking up as they zip through the pages.
Tootie the Turtle and Teeny the Bird are back on May 28th in Book 2 of the lovable Birdle the Turtle graphic novel series for kids ages 6 to 9. In the second book, titled Birdle and the Very Unwelcome Gary, Tootie and Teeny leave Turtletown to visit the beach. It's a day playing in the surf, making new friends, and dealing with jealousy. Just like the first book, filled with captivating illustrations and a serene palette, this one also delivers another cozy lesson that magic happens when our hearts and our minds are open. Tootie and Teeny are some of the sweetest characters ever created, but it's their friendship that really stands out as a wonderful example of all friendships. Readers this age are just figuring out who they are as they are going to school and meeting new people, And Tootie and Teeny show kids that it's okay to just be yourself and love the things that make you unique.
And for something completely different, it's Pinata Smashlings for kids ages 7 to 11. Pinata Smashlings was one of summer 2023's hottest Roblox games, gaining over 1 million players out the gate. Coming May 28th, we have the official collector's handbook that kids are asking for. Smashlings are the most excitable and energetic creatures around. There are hundreds of these cheeky little characters living in the Pinataverse. But not everything is sweetness and light, as darkness looms with menacing meanatas up to no good, turning Smashlings into bitter bashlings. Luckily, there are pinatas to help save the day. The handbook reveals details about favorite Smashlings, including who their besties are, their likes and dislikes, and important facts about what they do in the Pinataverse. Also included is a hidden secret on where to find and tame an exclusive Smashling within the Roblox game. Just like the Pokemon craze, which included a collector's book that fans were wild about, Pinata Smashlings is the newest, super exciting, and mega popular collectible brand. So, the handbook is sure to be a smashing success with every player, collector, and fan of Pinata Smashlings.
Thank you very much for joining Andrew's McMeel Kids. We appreciate your time and interest. To stay informed with everything Andrew's McMeel Kids, sign up for our newsletter. We'll also include that link in the next email. Again, thank you, and it was great to have you with us.